Hey there, folks. I want to welcome you here tonight to a very special GCN update call. My name is James Ward. I appreciate you taking the time to join us here tonight. If you are just jumping on here, we have a ton of people. Man, this room is already getting full here. Just come in and tell me where you're calling from. I'd love to welcome you here tonight as we get this thing started. All right, Tom from Iona, I'm guessing. Mike from Milwaukee, Perth, Australia. Wow, coming in quick. Arizona, welcome. Tahoe, Craig from New York, Darius from Miami. Josh, Virginia, Edgardo, Las Vegas, Larry, Kalamazoo, Steve, the Philippines, Miami, Wyoming, Patty from Iona. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. I'm guessing Bob from Florida, Carla from Arizona, Max from Orlando, Peter from Naples, David from California, Carlos from Florida. Welcome, Carlos. Barlos from Colombia, Chris Sosa. Let's see here. Man, they're coming so quick, I can't even get them all. North Carolina, Columbus, Georgia, welcome. Ontario, Sean from Chicago, Michael from Arkansas, welcome. Maurice from Florida, welcome. All right, Dave from Austin, welcome. David from Las Vegas, welcome. Man, we have a packed house here, definitely. I appreciate everybody taking the time to come in. Look, we are already at the top of the hour, so I do want to go ahead and get this thing started. Give me just 1 second here. Just got to do a couple things here, so give me just a minute. We still have people that are jumping into the call, as you guys can imagine. So let me see here. All right, there's a couple of you that I'm going to be promoting here to panelists. So hopefully everybody can see me loud and clear. All right, give me just a second. Sorry about that, everybody. For some reason I got kicked out of here. I do apologize for that. We are filling up very, very, very quickly here. So I do appreciate everybody taking the time to join us. Give me just 1 second. We're going to get this thing rolling. And I definitely appreciate everybody's patience here. So give me just a minute. Okay, awesome. So here we go. We are going to get this thing started. First of all, I do want to welcome everybody here tonight to a very special GCN update call. My name is James Ward, as most of you know, and you're here today. As you probably know, we sent out an email just last night this morning, giving some updates on some awesome enhancements that we're going to be doing inside of GCN. And I know anytime you send out an email, it's very hard to kind of get the context and the feeling behind almost anything that you put out there. So there can always be misunderstandings. There can always be misconceptions of what it is. So what I wanted to do here tonight is I want to come out, obviously tell you everything that you need to know about what's going on with our company. This call is recorded. So, if people weren't able to come out here, that's okay. We're going to post it live. But I want to start before I even get into, what the enhancements are and what we're doing. I just want to talk really briefly about the decisions behind what we're doing, the reasons why we're doing it now rather than waiting, and everything that's kind of been going on inside of our company. Just touch base on it so you guys have complete clarity on why we made this decision. So, over the last, I guess, probably week and a half, as many of you know, we've had to update our addresses, number one. So we cleared that out. We've talked about that. We've had some reconciliation as a company for many different reasons to make sure that we can be here long term, right? So every decision that we've made, building up to where we're at today, to the enhancements that we're releasing, have 100% been about making sure that we can be here for the long term for you and have a company that you can plant your flag at. I've said this for I don't even know, I guess since July when we started this company, that we wanted to be different, right? We wanted to do things differently. We wanted to make sure that we had a company that could be here and stand the test of time. And many of you, when we very first spoke, when you were very first introduced to our company way back then, the one thing that you guys constantly echoed was that, hey, James, we need one to last. We need something that's going to last. My team's been crushed. We've been hammered in this market. So many companies have left with our Bitcoin. We've had people hurt. We've had people lose their houses, lose their cars, this, that, and the other. And all those things are challenges, right? All those are struggles and things that we don't want you to have to deal with. And not only has this industry created a lot of challenges for people financially who have believed into whatever project or program that they're doing, it's also created a whole new environment of spending that's happened inside of our company. Now, not just our company, the industry as a whole. So one thing that has been really prevalent, especially for the last 30 to 45 days, is the fact that so many people have had challenges renewing their accounts. As many of you know, the way that our program worked, and going forward, we're doing some changes, as you know, but the way it's worked in the past is obviously, you start your package, and once your package had doubled, it was your time to renew, right? That is the way it worked. And if you didn't renew within 24 hours, I mean, we were lenient on that. We helped a lot of people out. If you couldn't do that, then essentially your account would eventually be shut down, right? I mean, you wouldn't have your downline and things like that. We would still allow you to log in, but you couldn't earn from it and things like that. So, with that being said, I've had many, many people come to me over the last 35 days. Some people who, it took 60 days, 90 days to be able to double. Some people, it took a couple weeks to be able to double. And it seemed like the same exact thing was happening over and over and over again. And there's some of you out there who say, well, James, that's not your responsibility. That's the member's responsibility. That's right? It was never my responsibility to manage money for people and make sure that they were able to save. But what it is my job to do is to make sure we give the most fair opportunity to people to be able to have a company that can last long term. It's a tough situation to be in as a CEO or a company owner, to have people come to you that have helped you not only build the company, but now are in a position, for whatever the reasons are, that they can't continue, right? And I didn't like that, Phil. I didn't like it. I didn't like how it worked. So as we got to look at things, the epidemic of this began to grow, right? Because more people, we're now 6 months into this. We're going into our 7th month in just a couple of days here, okay? We started at the very end of July. We're about to be in our 7th month as a company. So we've had many people that have started to double their Bitcoin, have done different things, and over and over and over again, we're constantly seeing it. And it's not just on the upper levels. It can be the mid-level, lower levels as well, where people are just not doing it. So it's become a major problem, right? So as we put our heads together and as we looked for new ways to be able to create opportunities for our people, we were also in the midst of making sure that our addresses were cleared out, making sure that our reconciliations were being taken care of. So, it's just like a surgeon. If you have someone on the table right now and you are operating on them, the time to fix something is now, right? It's not when you close up their chest and then go back in a few weeks later. It's now. So we had to make a decision as a company, as we looked at what was going on, as we looked at the market around us, as we looked at the way that we wanted to create something that can last long term. And we decided to make these changes, right? And they're changes, anytime you use the word change, anytime you see changes out there in general in public, guess what? Usually it can be kind of a tough deal, right? I mean, we see it all the time. I mean, people do not like change. I mean, I can tell you, when I went from my BlackBerry to my iPhone, I was like one of the very last people. I didn't want to make that change because I just didn't like it. So I get it. From some perspective, people look at this and go, oh my gosh, another change. I don't want to deal with another change. I've told y'all from the very beginning that regardless of what it takes, regardless of what happens, I am the one that's going to be willing to make pivots and make the things that need to be adjusted in order to give you and your family a true opportunity to make this one actually be the one that lasts, right? I've said from the very beginning, we can be the very first company. We can be the one that has, a flagship opportunity that everybody else is trying to catch because they haven't been able to figure out that the other way doesn't work. The way of just sitting and thinking that you're going to be able to create income for yourself or grow your Bitcoin or anything like that without doing anything whatsoever, those type of opportunities do not exist long term. Any type of business that you're in requires some type of effort. It may not be a massive amount of effort, right? But it requires some type of effort in order for you to make a business work. And that's true in any industry whatsoever. So just like any other business, we require customers, right? We require people to help us build this company. Rather than spending our money on marketing firms and things like that, we give commissions back to you, and we appreciate that. As you guys share new customers and new leads with us and they turn into customers, we reward you for that rather than going the traditional marketing way. And we're excited about that, right? That is the nature and the business of network marketing. We're part of it. We're fired up about it, but we want to make sure we're not just another statistic. So that's why we are here tonight, to not become just another statistic. So what I want to do right now is I actually want to share the PowerPoint presentation with you that we have here tonight. And the key thing that we're going to be talking about here tonight is really what the changes mean to you, exactly how they're going to work, and how is it that going forward, how's it going to just operate for you and your family inside of the business. Now, we've done something a little bit different. I do have a couple guests on the line here tonight, as you can see, and I'm actually going to invite them out as well, so you can have an opportunity to hear from others out there in the industry, not just me, that can talk about what we're doing in this business, why it makes sense to be part of what we have going on. So give me just 1 second. I'm actually going to share the screen with you. If I can figure this thing out. Okay, here we go. I apologize. You guys know how I am with these Zooms, so give me just 1 second. Okay, can everybody just give me a number 1 that you can see? You can see the screen, that you can see my PowerPoint. Just give me a number 1 in the chat. That will help us get rolling. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, so much. Okay, so here we go. GCN Enhancements. As you guys know, we did send out an email earlier today, and the biggest and number 1 thing that I want you guys to get from this is the fact that going forward as a company, we will have no more renewals. There is no more sitting there having to wonder where you're going to come up with your Bitcoin to renew your package. There's no more putting your blood, sweat, and tears and building this program, helping us grow this business, and then being in a position that is causing stress on you and your family to figure out, how can I renew this? I can't imagine being in that position where if I came in for, let's say even 2 or 3 Bitcoin, and I help the company build, and then I'm in a situation where I have to renew my package, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Who knows what's going on in your life, right? You may have health issues, you may have financial issues. We don't know what it is, but the good news is this, right? We have created a new platform right now that when you start with us, you purchase whatever package that you want to purchase, you're in, right? You're not going to have to renew. You're not going to have to keep coming out of your pocket with that BTC, which is very, very important. So it is a one-time payment to get you in this business to purchase whatever package you want. Now, some of the things that we're going to be talking about over the following days is what else is going to be included inside of our system. Okay, we actually have we have the sports wagering course that we just put back there. We have a new marketing system that's back there for you to be able to use, but there's enhancements that we're bringing to the front of a package as well that you guys are going to be able to utilize. So one thing that we're going to be doing here, and I can't give you the exact specific number right now, but as people come in and purchase packages, we're going to start actually providing them with credits, right? A small amount of credits to help them get going so they can participate in the auctions, the games of the week, and all those things. So think about this. You've got a package, you've bought it, right? It's for life now. The opportunity for you not to have to come back out of your pocket is there. We're going to be giving actual credits for people to be able to participate in the packages that they're purchasing and have fun with what we're doing, because that's what this is all supposed to be about. So one time, no renewal opportunity. The progress bar that you see in your back office, I don't know about y'all, but the progress bar, as cool as it seems on some aspects, it has been a major pain in the butt for a lot of us, right? Many of you, as you know, as that progress bar adjusts, is it over 50%? Is it under 50%? When can I upgrade? When can I not upgrade? All those things that we've worried about in the past are gone. So anytime you want to upgrade now, guess what? It's just the difference between the package you're in and the package that you want to go to, right? So it's a pretty cool thing for sure. So obviously the stress of being released from the renewals is going away. So that's the number 1 key component of what we're looking at here today that's really important. Francis is saying that there's a max on the call. This thing should be set up for at least 1,000. Shoot. Okay, so we're recording it. We will get it out tonight. Okay, we'll get it out as soon as this gets done. This thing should be set up for at least 1,000. So please tell your team not to sweat it. We'll get it out to them ASAP. I don't know why this room did that. And by the way, it kicked me out at the very beginning too. So I don't know if Zoom's having issues or what. Either way, I apologize, but we'll get it recorded and get it out to them, okay? So back to the meeting at hand here, no more renewals. So going forward, the way that things are going to work, in order for us to make sure that we've created this environment that allows you to continually build your business without having that stress of being able to renew, the way that things are going to work going forward is essentially like this. For everything that you earn, so your total commissions earned, 50% of it will go directly to you, just like it always has in BTC, directly to your wallet. The other 50 cents is going to be put back into the binary, and is going to create a perpetual earning opportunity. It's basically like a matching bonus from the company. So I want you to think about this for a second, okay? Let's say that you earn 1 Bitcoin today in total earnings, just hypothetically. There's many of you that have done that many times, actually. Half the Bitcoin would go to your blockchain wallet. The other half Bitcoin would go into the binary. So I want you to think about this for a second. Every CAB bonus that's created, every fast start bonus that's created, every binary commission that's created in your entire organization, 50% of it will be going back to the binary. So I want you guys to, if you can wrap your head around the power of this for a second, the ability to know that you have constant volume coming through your binary, and knowing how strong that our binary is, what a game changer this is going to be for you. It's like putting our compensation plan that was already in place on steroids and speeding it up to a daily, versus it could be in some cases up to 400 days for people to ever double and then have the opportunity to come back in. So as people are getting paid daily on this, again, 50% of it will go directly to their blockchain wallet. 50% of it will go back into the binary, and it's going to be creating this perpetual machine that is a match. So it's an awesome, awesome thing. Yes. So 50% will go directly to your wallet every single day. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And I'm going to have the leaders come out, and then we're going to open it up for some Q&A at the end here as we get some clarity on this. But I want to get through this, okay, because this is the email. But yeah, this is, if you guys can get this, I mean, I'm telling you, like, I almost want to spend the full 30 minutes on you understanding this. But here's the deal. Since I'm not in the field, I really want the leaders that I brought out here tonight to be able to talk about this key component and the referral or the renewal side of it, because you guys are in this every day. It's easy for me to sit here from a corporate standpoint and say, get fired up about it, but I want them to be able to tell you what their feelings are on it and how it's going to change the business. So it's a huge, huge thing. So let's keep going forward here, okay? As many of you know, the Fast Start bonus inside of our company currently, it ends in 30 days. So you start day number 1, you have 30 days to qualify for that bonus. And within that 30 days, you can earn as soon as you're qualified, right? And then it ends. So one thing with the new enhancements that we're doing here is the new Fast Start bonus is going to pay you for life once you get qualified, okay? So as long as you stay qualified, you will continue to earn this bonus. Think about that for a second. We just changed this thing from capping you at 30 days, and especially for a new person that comes in, some people, it takes time to get things rolling, right? So they might get qualified on day number 27, and now they have like 3 days to earn, right? It really kind of compacts you and constricts you. We've opened that wide open now, okay? So the way it works is like this going forward. Once you're qualified for your Fast Start bonus, which the qualification's the exact same, but it's across the board on all packages, okay? So anyone that wants to qualify for the Fast Start bonus, you need to have personal volume equal to or greater than the current package you own. So if you're at the 1 BTC level, if you want to qualify for a Fast Start bonus, you need to have personal volume of 1 BTC. That can come from one person at the 1 BTC level, 2 at the half Bitcoin level. You guys get the point. You've seen my overview calls, so you know exactly how this works. It's really, really important and understanding that. Now, the second part of this, since there are no renewals, right? We have to create a way that we can keep people active inside of our business and continue to build, right? So there's a couple different qualifications that go inside of the Fast Start bonus, and it works like this. Every 180 days, which is basically every 6 months, your qualification period will start over, okay? So if you qualify today, for the next 6 months, you're good to go. It will start over. So the following 6 months, you're gonna have to qualify for the Fast Start bonus. It's just that one-time qualification every 6 months. Get you that Fast Start bonus for the next 6 months. I mean, I think that that's very respectful. I think it's fairly simple to do for those of you who are building your business. And let's be honest, you know, the Fast Start bonus is really designed for people who are going to get out there and market anyway. So hopefully you got this, and we'll come back to it if there's any questions on it. Now, our customer acquisition bonus, also known as the CAB, as many of you know, the qualifications to receive the CAB bonus remain the same. To receive the minimum CAB bonus, you must have 0.01 in personal sales volume to receive that minimum CAB bonus, okay? So 0.01 qualifies you for that minimum CAB bonus. Our maximum CAB bonus has the same exact qualification as it always has. You must have personal sales volume equal to or greater than the package you own, right? So I don't have to spend a lot of time on this because most of you have been to the overview calls or you've been in this business. If you need further help understanding that, just get with your sponsor. But this is something that's been in place from the very beginning. But there is one thing that we're going to be adding to our system, and it's called the new pro membership. So to become a pro member, it's actually very simple to do, okay? A pro member, all that you have to do to become a pro member is to make sure that you have 0.01 in retail sales per month. And before I get into that, I want to back up here and I want you to just read what I wrote here. Pro members are going to be paid their CAB bonus and BTC just like they always have. So if you're a pro member, just like your CAB bonus has come to you every single day in BTC, it will continue to do that. For people who are not pro members or people who did not qualify or do that, we're still going to pay out your CAB bonus, okay? Because you earned it. So if you have that initial qualification, whether it be your minimum or maximum, once you're initially qualified, if you're a pro member, it gets to you in BTC. If it doesn't, it's going to come to you in credits. Now, some of you at first glance, you're going to be like, what? They're going to start paying us in credits. And that's the story that's probably going to get out because everyone's going to try to twist this. Let me be very clear. The qualifications are simple to do, and I'm about to share them with you. I already even mentioned them, but it's very simple to become a pro member, okay? So our goal is not to pay you in credits unless you want that. And believe it or not, we have people inside of our business right now that are foregoing their CAB bonus to receive credits so they can use them on the auctions, the game of the weeks, and things like that. So something to be clear on. A pro member will get it in BTC. If you're not a pro member, you will still get your CAB, but you will get it in credits. Now you can use those credits for the auctions. You can use them for the games of the week. You can even turn them into withdrawable credits if you win the game of the week, right? Or you can get the items that you use from the auction. So you still have the potential to get those out in BTC eventually, but just note they're not going to be withdrawable to begin with, okay? So just keep that in mind. So what are the qualifications to become a pro member? Well, it's really simple. In order to qualify to be a pro member, all you need to do is have 0.01 in monthly retail credit sales. Now, I want to be clear on something, okay? When we say retail sales, we are not talking about new affiliates. We are talking about someone that actually comes in as a retail customer and buys a minimum of 0.01 in retail credits. They can use them on the auctions. They can use them on the games of the week. They can use them in the drawing pool. They can use them in the, I'm not going to tell you, but we have some amazing stuff coming. There's going to be some really cool things that we're going to be introducing as future products here that will be introduced very soon that they'll be able to use these on. Okay. So bottom line is this 0.01, we're talking about what, $85 or something like that a month that you need to have in retail sales. I believe this. I believe that anyone who's working this business at all, and maybe even if you're just halfway or a quarter way doing it, there's someone that's going to want to win a MacBook Pro for 25 cents or $1. There's going to be someone that wants to see the items and be able to auction. There's going to be someone that loves sports and wants to be able to part of the game of the week. It is easy to find someone at the 0.01 level. So that's it. It has to be a retail sell. It cannot be an affiliate, and that's how you become a pro member. And the other thing that I know it's probably difficult looking at it from a company perspective, but I just want to give it to you really quick. You guys have seen companies, some of the very biggest and best companies out there that have either been in trouble or been shut down because they don't have enough retail customers, right? This is a big thing. It's a big thing in the industry. And a lot of companies that are great companies that are doing the right things have gotten in trouble because of this. This is going to increase our retail customer opportunity. It's going to help us from a compliance standpoint. I oftentimes, you guys hear me talk about things that we can control and things that we can't control. There's some things that we can't control. And one of the things is that the way that agencies look at us and things like this gives us the opportunity, right? It gives us the opportunity to be even more compliant than we already are. It helps your business because you're going to earn a 10% commission every single time you make a retail sale. And it just helps you as your organization as well. Because here's the other thing, right? As people become retail customers, at any point in time, they can upgrade to an affiliate if they chose to, right? So keep that in mind. It's very simple to go from a retail to an affiliate if they would like to, but 1.01 monthly in retail sales. I think if you guys begin to see this and how powerful this is, some of you will look at it as a negative, but I promise you, if you really grasp the idea of this and the understanding, it's going to be a positive to your business. It's going to be a positive to our company and the overall compliance of what we do as well. So I'm excited about this. Now, going forward into 2020, the vision's crystal clear. And I know some of you, obviously, you're sitting here saying, my gosh, James, I mean, you changed your name back in October, right? You did this, you've done that. I mean, we've made adjustments. I can promise you this, the facts are this: I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that we can be here for the long term. That's my job. That's what I do. And this was required. We could have closed the patient up using that surgeon analogy. We could have closed the patient up and came back and revisited this a few months down the road, and it would have been even worse timing, right? We've had the changes that we've been going through with the reconciliation, the wallet addresses. In my opinion, it was perfect time to roll something out so we can start this thing, get focused, and have an amazing 2020. I think this is groundbreaking. I think this is going to change the industry. I think this is revolutionary. I truly do. That's not me trying to sell you on anything. What I'm telling you is if you can wrap your head around what we just did here tonight, we're making history, and that's the truth. But I don't want you to just take it from me. I'm going to open up for questions here in a minute, but what I would like to do is I want to invite a couple of our leaders out here tonight to talk about it. I'm going to start with Mr. David Francis. David, if you can unmute and come out and just tell people, because this is kind of your first glance as well. We've talked about this here today. I know you've been talking to people and getting feedback. If you don't mind, take the time, just come out, tell everybody where you're at on things, give them an idea of why you think this makes sense.
Yeah, if you can, could you just unmute, I guess, or get my video started here? It's saying that I cannot.
Yeah, hold on one second.
So there we go.
I got to make you a host, but I'm going to make you a host, and then you can make me one back, okay?
Oh, okay. We'll figure that one out.
All right, there you go.
Okay, so great. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on this call. I mean, it's actually amazing to be on this side of it with you, actually presenting in a way here today. So thank you very much for that. I got to tell you, so James, when we first, started talking, I guess it's about 5-6 months ago now, one of the things that you said to me was full transparency and that you're going to be building it for the long term. And I really took that to heart because we really didn't have a whole lot of things in place there, but it was really what you said and the vision that you had that I entrusted in and said, you know what, I'm going to go for this. And it has been evolving, when I think about where we started to where we are today, it definitely has been evolving for the better. Every single change that we've made has been for the better. And what I see here now, I'm just going to touch on the one thing because there's so many pieces in what you put together here that make this work long term. But from the field's perspective, I'm always looking for an opportunity in crypto, of course, where we can build a business long term. And the reason that that's important is because most of the companies that have come and gone has not given us a chance to really benefit from the power of network marketing. And the power of network marketing is not come in, put a couple of people in, grab some money and then go to the next deal. The power of network marketing, when you think about all the multi-million-dollar earners, is that they have had a chance to build through time. So when you think about what we have here, think about 5-10 years down the road of building this network, and a network where when you truly, and we've all heard the saying with Zig Ziglar, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want. But a program that truly does that because you're helping people actually earn income. And as they earn income, that is generating volume that goes into the binary that is going to generate more income, that's going to put volume back into the binary to generate more income, to put volume back in the binary. It's absolutely phenomenal. When you really put your brain around what you've put together here, bar none, there is no company, especially in the crypto space, that has done anything like this. And I guarantee you that through time, we're going to have more incomes created here than any other company that's ever existed, and probably any other company that will come, even though we might actually become the model now once people see what we're doing here with this, because it's going to be incredible. So I really applaud you on that. Everything else that you put in place, again, when you really look at the little tiny things, the compliance issues that you've taken care of up front, again, all designed so that we can be here long term. I like to say that in a lifetime of chance, this really is a chance of a lifetime for many, many people to decide to lock arms and really be a part of what we're doing here, because I really do believe that we're going to be really changing the lives of many, many people, not just in the United States, Canada, Australia, but all around the world with what you put together. So I'm so grateful to be a part of this, and I look forward to the future. And you know, one of the leaders said to me, he said, I mean, Dave, you know, I just hope there's no more changes. And you know what? We have to evolve. So there might be more changes, but we have to evolve if the change is needed, right? I mean, these changes are made to preserve the company and preserve this opportunity for the long term. So, I mean, hopefully there's no more changes, but if there is, it's okay because it's all for the better of the company as we evolve and grow and become a better company. So thank you so much for inviting me on this. Thank you so much for inviting me into this company. I really do appreciate it. It's, you know, obviously changed our lives for the better and changed many, many lives of people that are in the organization. And we all are very, very grateful to you. So thank you.
Well, no, David, I appreciate everything that you and Sheila have done. And I didn't do a very good at edifying you in the beginning. You know, I didn't do a very good introduction. But folks, I mean, David has poured his heart and soul into this company. He really has been our top income earner for a while and done, you know, just amazing things with building his organization. And we appreciate everything that you and Sheila have done. And, you know, the key thing for me is making sure that people get a different side of what's going on here, not just a company like, you know, message. I want them to be able to hear from you. And you look a lot better than I do as well with that Global Parents Network thing behind you, which is not even fair. So thank you for taking the time to come out and share. I'm gonna bring out another gentleman right now, Mr. Gary Wood. Gary, I'm going to promote you to a host as well. I don't know if you want to use your, oh, David, can you make me the host again?
1 second.
Should just be on the little 3 buttons up there on the
Yep,
top.
got it.
Okay. All right, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So let me get Gary going here. So Gary, I've got you unmuted. I don't know if you want to use your video or not. Do you?
I don't have a background that cool, so no.
Okay. Well, before you start, I'm gonna do a better job this time of edifying you. Everybody, this is Mr. Gary Wood. Been a legend in this industry and just an all-around good dude, man. I mean, a great salesperson, number one. But he has, I will tell you this, out of everybody in this company, he may be having more fun than anybody because he loves sports. He loves the wagering that comes along with it. So we go back and forth a lot. But Gary, you've had a phenomenal time inside of our company as far as your team growth. We appreciate everything that you've done. But I want to get your look and feel of what's going on here. And so if you can share with people here, that would be awesome.
Sure. I got this last night from you, you know, privately, and actually stayed up till midnight. I read it about 15 times. And every time I read it, I got more excited. I said, who is the genius that put this thing together? I mean, this is really, really well thought out. I don't know how many nights you spent trying to figure out how to do this for all the components. But when I looked at this, I said, this is absolutely groundbreaking in our industry because there's never been a company that's gone and done something like this. And by the way, James, when we first met, I said the number one concern for me and my family and most people that I know is that this company stays here and that it makes it and that we're here in 2 years. Dave just mentioned, I hope there's no more changes. I kind of lean the other direction. You have the balls to make the changes that are needed to keep this company here forever. And I really appreciate that as a personal friend now, and this as our team. A lot of people just don't get it yet, and that's fine. We'll do a number of webinars, but once they understand what you just did, they're going to be jumping up and down doing backflips. Because if you think about it, you know, unfortunately, in this business, a lot of people have lost Bitcoin, as you mentioned. A lot of people have been around and trusted somebody, but didn't know who the name of the owner was or where the company was located or any of those things. And they just are so, I don't know what's a good word. People want to believe so much that the dream that you can build and you can make a big income, they don't want to let go of that. And for me, I knew when we started that it's going to take some pretty tough play calls. It's going to have to change here and there to flow with it. So when I see change, I embrace it because I get longevity excitement. I want this thing to be here in 2 years because I've jumped in companies, done extremely well, and they're gone. And I'm tired of that. I mean, I know a lot of people say that, but I'm really tired of it. I want something that's going to really last. If you think about some of the things right off the bat, I've had people call me, and this is where I was headed, about you know, I just, in other words, they're saying I'm so hurting financially that I cannot save half of these payouts to renew. And it's on their mind, it's preying on their heart, it's hurting them. And I said, I understand, because I've been around the business a long time. I've seen companies come and go, but how about a company that comes right out and tells you? I mean, I make it a point to tell everybody you need to save half your withdrawals, half your deposits, but they still just can't. So to have a company that's actually understanding that and make some tough calls for the betterment of the company and actually for the betterment of each person that's with us. I mean, think about it. No more renewing. It's a permanent lifetime package. I really believe, I haven't done the math yet, but I believe it's a huge pay raise for the people that are building the company. Think about continuous binary volume. My goodness, I mean, that's without any new people, right? So I think what you've done here is create a new recruiting tool, because I'm going to use it as, wouldn't you like to be with a company that actually can make the tough plays so it actually is going to be here? And the company profitability and longevity is stabilized because of what you've done. And that, to me, back to the first reason, I want this to be here in 2 years. I mean, I'm tired of building it and having it go away for a number of reasons. So I get the most excited when you make tough calls, because I know you sincerely mean it when you say, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that thing's here. So I really believe you've done that. So I kind of hope there's some more changes, because every time you change so far, it's been to the good for me. So I just want to thank you personally and on behalf of our team. I know a lot of people don't get it. I've been talking to people all day, but after a few minutes, I pretty much can, I can educate them to the point to where now they're not negative. They're actually pumped up. They're excited. So I just wanted to thank you for what you're doing, and anything we can do to help, we're always here, as you know.
Well, Gary, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you taking the time. I appreciate your leadership in our company, and always with a positive attitude, which is rare to find. Especially in a environment that has bred some change. People are usually negative, so I definitely appreciate where you're coming from. And folks, just like Gary said, the bottom line is, in order to become great and successful, you have to do what unsuccessful people won't do. It's easy. It is easy for a company to pop up some comp plan, to pop up some website with no intention whatsoever of being here, just a quick buck. That's not us. That's not us. It never has been, and it's not gonna be. So I appreciate everything that you and David said. So what I want to do here, I'm going to open it up for a few questions. Now, look, there's going to be some questions that you guys are asking that maybe I can't answer. Maybe we're going to have an individual conversation or something like that, or you'll have to speak to your sponsor. But I'm going to do my best to answer some of these questions that have come through. Okay. So let me scroll back and forth here and take a look. Okay. So one question was about the the marketing system. Yes, the marketing system is live. The only thing that's not on the marketing system that will change is going to be the new video once we get that done. Okay, so there is an overview call there, which obviously will have to change right now, but the opt-in page, which leads to a sales page that has the downloadable comp plan, which will also have to change, that leads to the sign-up page, that is there. Okay, so just keep that in mind, that is there. The other question about the GCN app, the answer is yes, there is a GCN app in progress. It has been. Truthfully, that app was about 80% complete when we rebranded our company, right? So it caused a little bit of challenges. We didn't have the auctions at that time. So there's just a few things that they're working on, but the answer is yes, it is coming. And of course, I would love to have it by Super Bowl as well. That's February 2nd, I believe. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but they are working on it, and it's definitely something that's coming. So let's see here. Retail will drive the GCN profitability, the cab bonus potentially going up. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have the ability, as you guys know, as profitability goes up, that can go up as well. So let me read here. Some of these are just to the panelists. Some of these are to everyone. And I'm not going to read this entire question, but the gist of this question is basically, for people who have come in, and purchased a package and things like that, are we basically saying that we're not going to honor the original agreement and things like that? Keep something in mind, okay? When people come in and purchase any package from any company, that's what they're purchasing, the package. The comp plan that comes along with it can change. Like, we reserve the right to change that and make adjustments when we need to. with that being said, I mean, we want to be fair to everybody. So there's no taking this message, refers to like, allowing people to use their credits and things like that. Of course, people can still use their credits. Any credit purchases that you have, any package credits that you bought, all those things still operate exactly the same, right? The only changes are the changes that we put here that will be taking place. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, those are the things that are changing. So please don't worry about that. Let's see here as I scroll down here. Let's see here. The company videos and promotional materials were very explicit about the value of sports wagering. I and many others joined the company with understanding that you could earn BTC. Let me see here. So basically what this is talking about is a question that we've had to address many, many different times, okay? I've said from day one, I mean, literally day number one, and I'll say it again, as a company, we've never been any type of guarantee. We've never been any type of security. We definitely use sports wagering for our profitability, but please don't get caught up on that. Please don't throw us in the mix with any other crypto company who's offering something that they say that they're doing. Like we're not caught up in that, okay? The packages that we have, the profitability of the company, we're very transparent with it. With all of our sports wagers, we throw them out there. The auctions, you can see them. So, whatever video that someone might have watched at one point in time, whether it be from our company or not from our company, we've evolved into the company that we're at. We're an entertainment company that just happens to have an awesome comp plan. So just keep that in mind as we go forward here. Let's see here. Is the month a calendar month or starting the first day? Okay, so good question. Sean's asking, like, for the pro membership, is it a calendar month that we're talking about, or is it the first day? It's based on everyone's own anniversary date, okay? So just keep that in mind. For everybody that's in our company right now, we're going to be giving a certain amount of time for you to be able to reach that, right? To be able to reach that 0.01, and then you will be qualified. So from that point forward, it will be every 30 days that you'll need to qualify for that. So just keep that in mind. We'll be sending out an email with the exact details on that, so you have complete clarity on that. But for new people that are coming in, like if you join today, the 23rd of January, 30 days from now, that's your 30-day period. And you have that initial qualification, right? The personal volume equal to or greater than the package you have, or 0.01 for the minimum. But then going forward each month, that's what it'll be, okay? So just keep that in mind. If a retail customer wants to sign up and pay us in cash or other payment methods other than Bitcoin, can we sign up using credits? So Mario, great question. We actually have an option in your back office right now called package credits, okay? And if you go in there and you buy a package credit, you can use your own Bitcoin to do that. You can actually transfer those package credits to someone who's not even an active member. So if you had someone who's signing up new, they go through the sign up process. When they get to the payment page, you literally could transfer them the package credits and they could use those. So if you wanted to take cash for that, you absolutely could do that. If you wanted to use some of your Bitcoin, that is an option. It's really a great thing and a game changer. Okay, let me see here. Let's see here. Oh, when will we have the date for the Founders Cruise? Darius, we are working on that. I know it's going to be in April. That's the month. It was going to be March 7th, which could come up too soon. So we will be releasing that date very soon, but it will be an April date, an April sell date. All right, let me see here. Oh yeah, all true companies need to have retail sales if they're a real company. I agree with that. I'm scrolling down here. Is there no option whatsoever to renew, even if a client is willing? No, there is no option to renew going forward. You don't need to renew, right? If someone wanted to put more Bitcoin in, they could obviously do that. They could upgrade their package. They could set up a new package if they chose to, but there's no renewal, okay? Mikkel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. Is there more detailed information about how the fast start works? My transaction history shows many fast start earned, but they're not being paid. So Francis, that's a great question. I mean, one of the things in the back office that we're working on right now is more detail everything. And when it comes all the way from the auctions to the games of the weeks to the fast start bonuses to cabs, we're working on that detail to be able to show you. The data's there, like, you know what I'm saying? In the system, the data's already there. It's just a matter of filtering it out. So we are working on that. So that's a great question. What type of entertainment company is this? I'm listening to the Zoom for the first time. Well, welcome. We appreciate you coming. We focus right now, we're in the sports wagering, so the sports industry. We're in the auctions as far as like penny auctions, but everything's done with Bitcoin. We have a drawing pool. I would tell you, whoever invited you here tonight, make sure to get back with them. They probably have an overview call that you could watch. Don't pay attention to the comp plan because that's changing, but you could get a good idea. We actually show in the back office what we're doing. Right now, by the way, everybody, tonight, if you haven't checked it out, we have a mini iPad, we have an iPhone, and we have a MacBook Pro going on, an Air, MacBook Pro Air going right now. So you guys might want to check that out. Let's see here. When will the new qualifications take place? Will we see that on our dashboard? Yes, of course. We will be. There will be something in the back office that shows your active pro member or you're inactive. Okay. We're also going to set it up to where like if you're 5 days before your 30 days up, we'll send some type of notification to remind you, right? Because we want to remind you. We want you to be able to participate in that. Let's see here. Let me go through here. Are the cab payments paid 50% in your wallet and 50% goes in the binary? Yes, every commission. So Steve, the question is, does the cab bonus go 50% in your wallet, 50% back into the binary? Every single commission we have, okay? So the fast start bonus, binary bonus, cab bonus, it all gets paid 50% to your wallet, 50% of it goes back into the binary. So as I said, if y'all can just wrap your head around that, I mean, that right there is an absolute game changer. I have like 24 questions here, so I'm trying to go through to see if there's the same questions being asked. Do we have a plan for a credit card option to pay for retail credits? The answer is no. I'm just going to tell you from personal experience, if I don't ever have to take a credit card again, I probably won't. That's why I love Bitcoin. Credit cards, they cause chargebacks, fraud, and everything else. Bitcoin, you don't have to mess with that. So sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. When are we coming to SoCal, Southern California? Well, I'm ready. Yeah, you know, we just got to fill up a room. I'm ready. You guys tell me when. Okay, so here's a question. When you're browsing the games of the week tab, how do you know which games there are? So if there's a button that says participate now, that is a new game, okay? And I think there's one that hasn't been updated yet, but we always send out emails. We always send out Telegram. If you don't follow us on that, you need to do that. But it'll be a green that says participate now, and those are the ones that you can participate. The rest of them will be finished. Only BTC and out, that's right. Okay, so let's see here. The 50% that goes to the binary, does that go into your personal binary volume or does it go for the upline position? It's just like you renewing. So when you renew, it's actually for anyone in that line. So as people are below you, above you, anywhere where binary volume would usually happen, if someone renewed, that's where it's going to happen. Okay. A lot of these are the same exact question, it looks like. So just to clarify, in order to receive the max cab in BTC, a person has to be a pro member. No, that's inaccurate. The qualification still remains the same. Oh, you said in BTC. Yeah. So if you want to receive it in BTC, you do have to be a pro member. If you can still receive the maximum cab, and it can be in credits if you're not a pro member, but you will still get it. Steve, yes. So Steve's question, this is a really good question. Regarding to qualify for a pro member, an existing retail customer can rebuy 0.01. Will that qualify? The answer is yes. It can be a new retail customer or it can be an existing retail customer. It just has to be a retail sale. How soon will we need to get a retail customer? We are going to be releasing this. We'll be sending out an email on all the details on that as far as the new pro membership, how to qualify for it, when it's going into effect. I can tell you that right now, all these changes are being done right now in the system. Like literally they're being done. Okay. So this is happening overnight. You will see a lot of these changes happen, like with the progress bar going on or going away, the new commission runs and things like that. These are taking place. Okay. So just know that that's happening. As always, be patient with us. We feel that it's been tested and it's working, but at the same time, when this thing goes live, just be patient with us, but we're on top of it. We're very excited about the code. All right. Any other questions? I've kept you on here for 50 minutes. I will take maybe one more question if there is one. And as I'm waiting here, you know what? It's 8. Okay. So my question is, for the unpaid fast start bonuses, will we still get those if we haven't been paid? Eileen, yeah, if you were qualified for it, the answer is yes. Okay. We're not going to just mark that away. So if you're qualified, the answer is yes. So thank you, Brent. The 50% that goes in the binary, oh, see, they're coming in now. The 50% that goes in the binary, is that like buying a package? Yes, yes, on a daily basis. I mean, that's what I'm telling you. If you guys can wrap your head around this binary thing, it's gonna blow your head. You're not gonna be able to sleep because it is a game changer, okay? So listen, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I know it's 8:50. First of all, I want to say thank you to David. I want to say thank you for Gary to come out and giving us a different perspective than just mine. I think that's important. Secondly, I want to say thank you all for spending your time with me. 51 minutes of hearing me and others talk can be draining, but I hope we answered your questions. Be on the lookout for the email. You guys know that we try to over communicate. I'm going to over communicate over these next few days. I'm going to be flooding you with information. Okay. So that'll be in the form of videos. It'll be in the form of emails and Telegram. Make sure that you're following us on every single one of those. Okay. So you have a complete understanding of what's going on. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I truly do. You know, I'm excited about 2020 as we're going to break some records, not only in this year, but going forward. We are going to be the company that people are want to be part of and people are trying to reach. Okay. So just know that. So you guys are pioneers in what we're doing. This is cool. We get to build this together instead of being one of those statistics, right? We don't want to do that. We want to be the best that we possibly can be. And I can't just do it alone. I need each and every one of you. So you took the time to be here. Thank you so much. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic night. Don't forget about those Apple auctions. I know there's a lot going on right now with everything else, but man, we're giving away some awesome auction prizes here tonight. Someone's going to win some great stuff. Have a great night. Thank you for your time. Be on the lookout for the emails, and thank you very much.